Ed Bassmaster. I used to like his character. The one where he kicks the tires and everything. He's
Oh
like
yeah,
never satisfied.
he goes to the dealership, yeah.
Yeah. What does he say?
And then he's always.
How much is this? That guy's hilarious, dude. What else has been going on with you?
Just working, brother, and
Still working for the man, huh?
yeah,
You like what you do?
yeah, it's good, brother. Keeps me busy, you know.
Yeah. You said you're X-ray tech, right?
No. I'm like exterior interior projects. I make sure I keep everything clean, you know.
I thought you were in the medical business for some reason.
Well, I work at the hospital, but not X-ray technician. No way, man.
I see. That's cool, man.
Like there's a central service area, and you got to keep everything kind of like clean.
Okay,
Like
so
decontamination and all that, you know.
what does a typical day look like for you?
Oh man, it's a crazy routine, brother. I gotta make sure I gotta like sanitize everything and make sure everything's just ready to go, man. Like in the morning, you know, you gotta put things like in order.
Like what type of machinery or what type of equipment are we
They're
talking about?
washers,
Okay.
like washers and dryers. See,
Oh, okay.
you gotta put them like through the machines and make sure you sanitize everything, man.
Oh yeah.
And then
I
you
mean,
gotta
you're in the
deliver all
hospital.
the you know the equipment and stuff.
That's cool.
And
And
get
how
'em
long have you
ready.
been doing this for?
Oh, for 5 years.
5 years. Is this a place you see yourself retiring?
You know what? I'm not really sure yet, brother.
That's a good answer.
Who knows, you know? But
We're here
But
now.
it's good right now.
Yeah.
I mean, no complaints, you know?
I mean, you can complain, but who's gonna?
Exactly.
Everybody has their own problems, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's cool, man. And wifey, what does she do?
She's an accountant.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's really, really smart, brother.
It helps to have somebody like that. That's not my expertise.
I know. Same here, man. It helps me.
If it wasn't for my wife, dude, I'd be lost. So
I'm the same way.
we actually started looking into like life insurance and stuff, and I was like, dude, this is something I've never considered. So thank God for my
Right.
wife.
I know. Same here, man. Actually, she's the one that hooked that up. Yeah, she figured all that stuff out for me, man.
One time for the ladies, man.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. Yeah,
It's
that's
hard,
cool.
brother, you know?
Absolutely, man.
Especially when you have someone that kind of like helps you out along the way, you know?
Yeah,
It's like it means a lot, man.
a good woman
Exactly.
who thinks opposite of what I do, because I'd still be eating my my lean cuisine meals
That's true.
3 to 4 times a day. You know what I mean?
Some hungry man, huh?
Some hungry man dinners. Sheesh. That's me, bro.
Classic.
I can
man.
that's not my strong suit. I don't like to cook, but thank God my wife does. So
Yeah, I
that's
know,
all that
man.
matters.
Makes a difference, right?
it helps a lot. Let's just
That's
say
true.
that. Yeah. So that's cool, man. How was your anything interesting happened to you this week at work or just
You
life
know
in
what?
general?
No, not really, man. Just just regular stuff. But man, it was just a hectic week.
Really?
Yeah,
How so?
because it gets packed, you know, like it gets really, really packed, man. With not just like the tools and all that, and it's just because they're kind of short staffed too, man. So I got to run around.
That's wild, right? Because it's everywhere.
Yeah,
Everyone's kind of
exactly.
short-staffed right now.
Everyone, man. So even like different departments, they have to do certain things, man. Like sometimes that they don't want,
Yeah.
but it
Gotta
is
do
what
it.
it is, man. You gotta make your hours, you know.
Everybody's got to help, right?
Exactly. But overall, man, thank God, everything's good.
That's good, man. I'm
No
glad to hear
complaints,
that.
man.
Awesome. Any plans for the weekend?
Uh, my girl probably getting the pedicure.
Ooh. Have you ever got one of those?
You know what? Yeah.
What's it like? I never got one. Not hating on it. Just,
No. It's pretty decent, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, your feet feel good after.
Man, whoever's gonna take care of mine, they're gonna have to work through my crust toes. You know what I mean?
That's what they did with mine, man.
My
The
fungi
first time,
toe.
I was embarrassed, man. But you know, it feels good.
I'm not embarrassed of like the actual act of having my feet cleaned or like taken care of by a professional. It's just like you hear all these stories like they talk smack behind your while
Oh,
they're working on your feet. Like, have you ever seen
you
those
know what,
people
man?
where they like?
My wife has some stories with that, man.
Oh, really?
But you know, uh, nah, we never really had a bad experience like that, brother. I'm not
Yeah.
what I remember, but I remember her joking around at times, like, how come you don't consider getting one? You know, sometime.
I do consider it. I just don't have the time for that right now, man.
Oh,
My
okay.
my relax. I guess that's like that's like some people's golf, right? Like going and get their pedicures and manicures. Just that time of maintenance, relaxation.
Yeah,
My
that's
thing is
true.
just actual golfing. Like I don't care. Like I'd rather go play golf than buy like clothes. Or,
Yeah, that relaxes you enough, you
yeah,
know.
that's my thing. But yeah, I'm down to go. I just never done.
Yeah, try it one day, man.
Yeah,
You might like it.
yeah, I need it for sure.
I mean, it's your feet, you know, like,
You know what I am definitely scared of though is getting another ingrown. When I
oh,
was
okay.
younger, I used to cut my toenails wrong all the time, and I would get ingrowns and I have to go get the surgery.
Yeah, it
I'm
hurts,
like,
man.
dude, I'm scared of that.
I used to be scared of that too.
So now, just like I don't know, I just take care of myself, you know. But
I think there was a time, brother, that I might have had one, you know, like growing out,
mhm.
and I caught it on time, man, because I started feeling a lot of pain, like, you know, on the toe.
Right,
Like I started feeling a lot of pain, man, and because I kind of like let my nails grow too much, you know.
yeah, it's not even that. It's like you cut it just a little bit wrong, and then it starts breaking off for whatever
Right.
reason. Maybe you're not getting. I think it's keratin, enough keratin in where your biotin,
Oh, okay.
where you like your fingernails break off and stuff because they're not super strong or strong enough.
Yeah, you need that biotin, huh?
Yeah,
But on
yeah.
the side, man, of your toe, you know how like sometimes you cut too much.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like I started feeling it, like when they grew out the second time,
Hmm.
and man, I started feeling pain, brother. So I cut it, but I felt like I cut it on time because they were growing kind of crazy right there.
Oh man.
So, you know, I'm not 100% sure if that was the case, but that's what I felt, man.
Yeah. See that scares the heck. I'd
Yeah.
rather just wait, bro. So have you been playing any music lately?
You know what? Yeah, off and on, brother.
You gonna make an album or what?
Yeah, that's what relaxes me, you know.
Really? And you play the
Um,
guitar, right? Or you say you play a different
yeah, I play
different thing?
guitar. I play the bass.
The what?
The bass,
Oh, the bass.
bass guitar. I play the drums a little bit. I'm not a drummer though, but uh, I write lyrics a lot, brother. Like I like writing a lot.
Really?
But yeah, that's what relaxes me.
That's your
Playing
go-to,
music.
your zen spot for your
Exactly.
music. How did you learn? What did
Just
you learn first? I should ask that.
how did I learn, man? You know what? My dad used to play,
Mm,
and I used to like always watch him play.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really learn too much off of him.
Mm,
But just one day, I just started playing a lot and just jamming. You
nice.
know, with my friends, and
What
yeah,
was
we were just jamming out, man, having jam sessions and stuff. So, but I started playing the bass guitar first.
mm,
You know, I was gonna play bass, but I ended up jumping on the guitar because we formed like another band.
uh-huh.
We needed a guitarist, so I was like, you know what? Let me jump in, man.
Heck yeah, dude.
So that's how I basically really learned, you know?
Yeah. I started learning how to play guitar a little bit in middle school, and then I quickly learned that I got sausage fingers. So
Oh,
I
okay.
switched over to the bass because I like the bass a little bit more.
Yeah, the strings were thicker
It's
and
just no, it's not just that, but it's like it's the heart of the song. You know what I mean?
oh,
That
okay.
bass line.
Right, right.
Like that's that whole. Remember the Fleetwood Mac
Exactly,
theme song?
man.
It's the bass that makes it,
Yeah, well, a lot of songs, you
and then
know?
everything complements it. You know, you have like the drums, and then you have Stevie Nicks doing your thing on it.
Right, right. Dude, Stevie Nicks, man.
Stevie Nicks, bro.
She didn't even need the guitar to sing, man. She could just have the bass and
Sing it, Stevie.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who were your influences growing up?
Too many, man.
Too many names.
I mean, a lot of reggae, you know, like
reggae?
Luciano, Peter Tosh, Pink Floyd. I liked a lot of hip hop too, you know?
Right. That's my go-to. Hip hop.
Punk.
For whatever reason.
Obviously, punk rock, man. I liked a lot of punk. That's because that's what I played a lot, you know?
Okay.
No Effects. Some old, like, RKL.
I'm not.
You know, Bad Religion.
Who's RKL? I don't think I've ever heard of them.
They were called Rich Kids on LSD.
Really?
They were crazy, brother, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But they were a really, really good band.
Hey, man.
They were from San Francisco, you know?
Okay.
And
it seems like a lot of those
LA.
bands who did that were from San Francisco, right?
Yeah,
like the
a
Grateful
lot of them,
Dead. Yeah. They were like a heavy LSD band. And
mainly from like Hay Street and Ashbury, you know?
Haight-Ashbury and all that, yeah. That's wild. So you were a punk rocker.
Oh,
first,
man,
right?
for sure, brother. Rancid.
Against the, you're against the man.
Against the grain,
right?
brother.
You're not going to conform to society. And then look at us like 20 years later.
I know, man.
Working stiff, 9 to 5.
Conforming.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
You know, just growing up, man, just going through the changes and, you know, just listening to that music kind of made me happy in a weird way, brother.
You know what? But that's what expression of music is, though, right? It's like the same thing with NWA. It was like they're rapping about their lifestyle, what they're experiencing, and then it reaches to other people who might be feeling that type of way. You know what I mean?
Exactly, brother.
So,
and it's funny, man, because back in 1987, that's like the album that I got into, man.
Really?
Yeah. At the time, I was living in Pasadena.
Okay.
And
walk me through that time. What was it like for you?
My buddy showed me the CD, and I was like, oh man, I'm hooked. I used to like the you know, the bass and, you know, just that hip hop band time. But before all that, I used to break dance back in the day, brother. Yeah. So I was like, you know, I wasn't new to it.
Yeah.
You know, to hip hop or rap, but I liked a lot of music, brother, growing up. Like, you know, Italian music.
Really?
I listened to all types of music, man. Like,
there's a music genre for everything, man.
Exactly.
It might not be for me, but I'm glad it's out there. You know what I mean?
Same here.
A lot of people. I have a buddy, another coworker, and he's all into like the punk rock scene, and he's into moshing. He's young. He's like 22, but I'm like, hey man, you like it? I love it, bro. It ain't for me. Like I can't be moshing with people.
Right.
I can't. I don't think I'd be able to turn it off. These guys, that's their expression. You know what I mean?
No. Of course, man.
Let some rage out, whatever.
It depends how you feel, brother, and what you're into. You know.
That's what it is. Music is feelings, right?
Like there was moments when I used to go to shows and I used to like listen to like Bad Brains. You know, this guy that's in Bad Brains, HR.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. No, like all these heads, man, and you know, there was moments where I felt a certain way because of that type of music. And then next time I could just go like relax at a reggae show and listen to, you know, Luciano or Morgan Heritage.
I never got into Luciano. One of my boys was trying to put me onto it.
It's pretty awesome, brother. Yeah. All that reggae music, man, it's like relaxing and kind of positive, you know?
Yeah.
Like most of it. So
I like the fusion of the two worlds. I was listening to a song by Nas and Junior Gong.
Oh yeah.
Called As We Enter. And it's like a perfect mixture of both of the styles. You have the Rasta and then you have like the hip hop artists.
Exactly.
Like,
and Nas, man, he's been around for a long time too.
You know what? I never really gave him a fair shake besides like obviously his hits, but this guy he's lyrically
he's smart, man.
Top of the chain, man.
Intellectual, brother. Like, I mean, it's his experiences, you know?
Yeah.
He went through a lot and he could talk about it, brother. And I remember there was a time when him and JayZ going at it, you know?
Oh, that beef, right? Hey, man, JayZ in his own right. Did you know, like, he writes his songs and he doesn't put them down on paper. He just goes off the top of his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know how incredibly hard that is?
He improvises, brother.
There's a video on YouTube of him when he's working with that producer Rick Rubin, who was like involved with the Beastie
Yeah,
Boys,
he's big. Yeah, he's
Run
big.
DMC,
Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Red Hot Chili
System of a
Peppers.
Down.
Like not even that. He has like he's diverse, right? He works with country
course.
artists. He works with rock artists, hip hop artists. But anyways, there's a video of him, and he's working on 99 Problems.
Yeah, I remember
And
when
he's-
that song first came
Yeah,
out.
and he's in the booth, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna retake this. I'm gonna do this take again." And then he does it, and then he like rewrites the song in his head real quick, and then he just puts it down, and it's even better every time that he does it.
Of course, man.
Dude,
It's hard. It's
that's
hard to
just
do that, man.
Straight talent, dude. Yeah, man. I'm one of my other favorite rappers. A lot of people hate on is Lil Wayne. Besides his, radio hits.
Right,
when
right.
you actually listen to his albums, that dude's intelligent, man.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are quick to judge, you know?
Yeah. You know, because they play the game too. You know, they want to have some radio success, so they put out these songs that are catchy. But
Of
a
course.
lot of these artists, they have something to say, right? Because it's an expression of who they are. So he has this one song off the Carter 3. It was called "Don't Be Misunderstood" by the Animals.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He redoes
Yeah, exactly,
that one.
man.
He's talking about like the crack epidemic. He's like, where did it start from? Because like we didn't give it to ourselves. So he's like kind of just walking backwards and how it came to be, and it's like a 10-minute song, but
And you got to remember,
awesome,
man, all the
dude.
corruption too, you know, like back then.
Right.
I mean, probably filled the streets, you know,
Yeah.
with all types of stuff, man. But, what can you do, brother? Like, you have foundations cracking all the time, you know?
Right.
And you have a lot of twisted stuff sometimes, but, you got to just try to follow the truth, brother.
Absolutely. That's crazy too, right? Because around that time, in the 80s or 90s,
Yeah.
there was that famous scandal with the LAPD, with the Rampart Division,
Exactly.
where they were just basically.
And then soon after, the Ronnie King, you know?
Oh yeah, what was that? 91, 92?
92, I believe, brother. I was like 17 years old, man.
Bro, I was 1.
Yeah, that's
So you've
hectic.
seen it, man. So
Yeah.
what do you remember from that time? What was your
Oh, man,
experience?
it was bad,
Early
brother.
90s.
Just unreal. Put it that way, man. Like, I mean, being that young, I was still in high school, you know, and just
And you grew up
seeing,
in Pasadena, you said?
no, in Highland Park.
Oh,
But I was
Highland
living
Park.
in Highland Park at the
Okay.
time with that I got into NWA, you know,
Oh, okay.
because I was out there for like 2 years, and then I moved back to Highland Park. But yeah, man, it was just a crazy time. It was unreal, you know, just people going crazy and just a lot of violence, brother, and
Right.
just a lot of bad stuff. What
Yeah,
tripped
dude.
me out was when you had the Koreans, man, up there on the roofs, you know, shooting down, man, to protect their
The
businesses.
stores and stuff.
But, you know, I kind of don't blame them, brother. I mean, it was just, it's hard. It was hard, brother, you know, like for just all the people involved. And people were pissed off, man. Who wouldn't be, you know? But I guess that's not the
Anytime
right
you
thing
have,
to do, brother, to go riot and mess up your communities. But what can you do, man? I mean, sometimes people just get fed up and they have to do what they got to do, man, to kind of express themselves, you know?
unfortunately, right?
Yeah,
they
it's
start,
sad. It's sad to
tearing
say
down-
that, but it's the truth, you know?
Tearing down other people's
Yeah.
businesses, you know, because they're getting treated a certain way. It doesn't
It's-
justify the
no.
means, but
At all.
it's a reality of what's going on.
And believe me, brother, I don't condone anything like that. It's
Oh,
just,
no.
it's just, I mean, you have different people and they have different way of thinking. So they're gonna do things that, you know, they feel is right in their heart, you know?
Yeah,
So
they're not getting justice, so they're gonna make their street justice. right?
exactly, brother, and it's messed up. But what can you do when you're in the heat of the moment, man? And
And everything's
it was
gone
rough.
against
It
you.
was
Yeah,
rough, brother.
yeah.
I didn't have no words for it, and I still don't. You know, it was kind of hard, man. Seeing all that stuff, just people being torn apart, man. And
You know what I think about though is out of those bad moments in history, a lot of
good came out.
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of good things were birthed out of it, right? Like we had you know, the rise of like NWA, for example, you know, they became a major sensation across America because, again, they were voicing their expressions, and it related to a lot of people. They became big for a reason. You know?
Yeah, you got that right, man. That's what it takes sometimes, man. I mean, I feel bad saying that, but like, yeah, sometimes some bad can bring out a lot of good, you know?
Yeah. Take the good with the bad. The bad
Yeah,
with the
that's
good.
it, man. It's a balance.
It's life, man.
Yeah, it's life.
Doesn't matter. You have no control. You just ride the wave and
go with the flow.
Do
you know,
do you be the best that you can. You know.
That's it, man. You can't control your environment, but you can control yourself. You know.
Right. It starts with you. It starts with you. A lot of people want to look for outside sources to help themselves, and like for me, my belief is in my faith in
of course,
Christ. You know. And that's not for everybody. That's fine. But for me,
it works. It works for you, and that's what you believe in. And
I believe the Word of God, and that's it. I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to be accountable to Him and Him only. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But nice. So, what was your first band's name? Do you remember?
Stalefish.
Stalefish.
Yeah, Stalefish.
Stalefish. Nice. How many songs do you guys have?
We used to have, maybe 15, 20 songs, but man, they were quick.
Really?
Yeah, like a minute long, 2 minute long. Just.
Isn't that considered like folk style? Like quick songs like that?
Yeah, can be, but
kind of like
our
Johnny
music
Cash.
was just fast, man. Like, just, like, kind of sound like bands like Social Justice, Meant to Be, Bounded as One. Just a lot of, like, local bands.
Right.
And yeah, man, it was a good time though. We had that chance to express ourselves being teenagers, man.
Did you ever get like performer shock or nervous?
No.
So right as
what
we
I
went
remember,
on the stage,
no, not at all, man. Because I mean, we were there just to jam out and have a good time, man. So. And I guess like back then we didn't think about all that. Like it was like,
just go do your thing.
Yeah, it was just we're punk rockers, brother. Like we're not worried about being shy and this and that. We're rebels.
That makes sense.
You tell me one thing, I'm gonna do another thing. It's like
against authority, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. And it was just being 16, 15. You're kind of in that state of mind.
And you think you're grown.
Well, I was.
Yeah, shoot. I was too, man. When I look back at some of the decisions I made when I was 15, 16.
Right, and you're like, man, how did I make it,
You're right. Yeah,
it happens, brother. It's part of growing up, and I can't take anything back, man, and I wouldn't. It just,
I would take a couple things back, but for the majority, nah. I mean, because it makes you who you are, right? Your experiences and
that's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't take anything back because I wouldn't be who I am today, you know? But if that wasn't the case, then I would probably take a few things back. But
for the most part, yeah. I feel you.
But it's like it's a thing that you go through. And you kind of surpass those moments, Once you realize that it's time to grow up, man.
That's a slow. You know what? I was actually having a conversation with someone about that. Some people are late bloomers to growing up, and they go to life university, right? And they kind of have to figure it out for themselves. Like, not everybody's going to hold your hand all the time. You got to go and do things.
Kind
of
be on your own, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you need to learn how to grow up.
And then sometimes people need that guided hand, like show them the way, or talk to them.
To an extent, though.
Yeah, to an extent, of course, they have to kind of be on their own to really know.
But there are people who do take advantage, and that's what we were talking about. Is like, there was a guy that he knew that was like 26 years old, and he's still waiting for his mom to call jobs for him.
You got it, brother.
Like,
yeah,
nah, man, get up and go do it yourself. Like,
yeah, I know, man. Some people need to be on their own, to kind of like realize how hard it is, because sometimes when you're kind of like pampered in that way, you know,
Oh, it could be it could be adverse for you for
yeah,
sure.
it could be kind of bad, but
Everybody has their way of life, you know.
true.
Just don't take advantage. That's kind of my thing. Just don't take advantage.
No, same here, man. I mean,
Everybody
'cause
has their bad days. Everybody's gonna, you know,
of
nobody's
course,
perfect. So, but when you stay in that spot where you
No,
don't want to
absolutely,
move,
man.
they call it arrested development, right? It's like,
exactly.
Nah, man,
I
you-
completely understand what you're saying. Just, I can't be like that, man. I had to be on my own, you know.
yeah,
Like I had to take care of my stuff my own way. You know,
gotta be
I've
a
always
big boy.
worked, always did my things, you know. Like paid all my stuff, my bills. I never asked. I mean, I always kept it real, man. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, you know.
Right. That's a good trait.
Like I can't.
What
I
would
just
you,
don't feel right.
What would you say you learned that from? Was it something that you got from yourself?
Probably
or
my dad, brother.
that your dad taught you?
Yeah, my dad was kind of like that. He worked a lot of hours and he was independent, and he helped my mom out a lot. You know, like she was home taking care of, 5 kids, man.
5 kids.
So
Wow.
so my dad worked a lot and burned himself out. But I guess that's the way.
You got to provide for those
Yeah,
kids, man.
exactly,
Your
brother.
lady.
And my mom did a lot too, man. Like taking care of us, you know.
Was your mom? Did she work or was she?
Yeah, she worked.
She worked and
Yeah,
had
she
5
worked
kids.
before, but I guess like my dad worked a lot more because my mom had to take care of us, brother.
Listen, man.
So-
If you have kids, you know the experience. That's a job in itself.
Yeah, full time job,
I
right?
give the utmost respect to my wife, and dealing with the babies all day is,
Yeah, for sure, man.
that's not in my wheelhouse. That's not my skill set, per se. But
The responsibility, you know.
yeah, it's like to have somebody constantly on you and calling for you. And
True.
I have young kids, so that's
No,
the
of
stage
course,
that they're in
man.
right now. Eventually, you're gonna grow out of it and not know who we are, But the formative years is super important, right? Like
Yeah,
you've
it's true.
experienced that. You know what that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's important, man.
Yeah,
And how's everything with you, man? Like everything good?
everything's good, man.
That's
Relax,
good, man.
Take the ups and downs.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, part of life, you know.
Yeah,
Enjoy it, man. Whatever it
we're-
is, you know.
Absolutely.
Just go with the flow and just be a good person, brother, and just be good to your kids, your wife, be good to yourself, and take it from there, brother. You know,
What do you mean by be good to yourself?
like take care of yourself, like
What's
do the
that
right
for,
thing for yourself, I guess, brother.
What's that for you?
Me,
Yeah.
just being real, brother. Like
Being real?
just kind of just look in the mirror, basically, and just be like, all right, it's what it is, and I respect it because that's who I am,
I think
because some people get confused.
self audits are pivotal for growth, right? Because a lot of people think they're good when they're not.
You know what?
They don't want to.
Absolutely,
come to
brother,
grips with-
and I won't disagree with that, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to kind of be true to yourself to be true around, or to be true with other people,
Right. That makes sense.
and then they could probably respect that, like if they're true to themselves, It's kind of hard, brother. It's kind of hard to.
It's kind of like this saying that says "real recognize real." It's like the fact that we're saying some people they think they're good but when they're not. They think they're
Exactly,
something
brother.
when
You
they're
got
not. You know what I mean? It's like no, I know who I am as a person. I know my faults. I know my good traits too.
it. You got it. Same here, man. Because no one's perfect. You're gonna have your flaws. You're gonna do good and you're gonna do bad in life. It's part of the life. But I'd rather do more good than bad, brother.
Absolutely, man. I'd rather be productive and helpful than a burden on somebody or
Exactly. That's
Life,
when
man.
things get complicated, man.
life, man. I love it. It's so hard, but
You only get one,
you
right?
only get one. You got to make the most of it. I trip out on people not judging, but I just brought on people who, you know, could just sit at home all day and chill and talk smack about other people on the internet. It's like, dude, what are you?
Yeah,
what
that's
are
kind
you
of
doing
messed
with
up,
your
man.
life, bro? Like, you
And there's actually a lot of people that do that, especially nowadays. You know,
yeah,
it was a little different back in the day, man.
they call it net banging.
There you go.
All these lanes.
That's true. Yeah, that's something. You know, that's something that's not. I just can't understand it, brother. It's like I can't understand it. Like, how do you make a living? Like, you're just on there doing that, you know? Like,
Well,
I mean,
it's kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, right? Is that some people they rely heavily on whether it's your parents, whether it's EBT, you know, on the government, the state.
Right.
Like, some people take advantage. They rather just, you know, live on welfare.
want everything for free, right?
If you need it, you need it. Like, there was a time in my life where I did welfare. You know, I had broken my,
Of course.
I had tore my meniscus and I couldn't work, so I needed to, you know, we pay into it. Why not get some of it?
No, of course,
It was
man.
such a hassle, though. I would never want to. I'd rather, you know.
No, I mean, government assistance is there. It's just if you need it, you need it, brother.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of people that kind of like try to buck the system, you know? And,
Yeah.
And that's where it gets complicated because people that really need it at times,
Yeah.
you know, they don't get it. And the people that
Don't need it.
yeah.
That's the worst. And
Like,
then you're in
they can help,
line,
you know?
you're getting your groceries, and you see this person, and they have this brand new Gucci bag, or you have
A nice Mercedes
nice
outside,
Mercedes, and they're paying what EBT is. Like, are you kidding me, dude?
right? I mean, I'm not trying to judge, brother. I mean, it's their life.
Nah,
It's their
I am.
It's their choice. There you go, brother. You're like, son of a gun.
Yeah, like, hey, man.
Nah, it is messed up, though, brother.
Because I remember, like I said, like I did it for a short stint while I was healing up, and
Yeah, but it's like you really need it, brother.
was
You need that help.
Such
you know?
a hassle. They wanted you to apply to 5 jobs a week.
Right.
And I don't know, it might have been a minute for you, but when you apply for a job, some of them are like 45 minutes for each application. It's like, dude, I'm just trying to work at Rite Aid. Like,
Yeah,
do I really
know,
be
brother.
taking the stats class too?
It's not like rocket science, you know? Like,
it's
you're trying to get a job so you can work.
yeah.
But yeah, they make it complicated, man. Like,
It is what it is.
like what I said earlier, brother. Like when foundations crack, you can't build your house on sand, brother.
No, man. Absolutely.
It's like,
That's perfectly stated. You have to have a solid foundation.
yeah, exactly, and that's it, brother. But that's funny. You torn your meniscus, huh? Like,
Yeah.
same thing happened to me, brother, when I was
Really?
in a car accident
Oh.
in 2011. Yeah, this car just freaking hit my driver's side, man, really, really hard.
Ugh.
Good thing I had the window down, or else I would have hit my head, you know, on the window.
Yeah. That
That
concussion
could have been
would've
really,
nice.
really bad, yeah. But I had a meniscus for a while, man, and I had a therapy, like shock therapy done to my knee.
I love that when they put the little electrodes on there.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels amazing.
It really helps, you know?
I would recently I would go to this chiropractic spot, and they would do that. They would put it, because I had messed up my back pretty recently, and they would put those electrodes on my back. Oh,
It really
it
helps,
was
right?
amazing. Yeah, I was actually looking into getting into one of those machines. They're like $1,200, so
Yeah, not too bad. I mean,
it's not too bad. But I got that kind
if
of.
it, yeah, I know,
Right
brother,
now.
not just to spend, you know?
Yeah,
But if you need it, man, like it's a good investment
I think so.
because it
One
can
day.
help you.
Absolutely.
It could help a lot.
You know, people, especially like professional athletes, right? They put so much wear and tear on their bodies.
Right.
They have to do the recovery process. They have to buy the ice baths. They have to buy the Genikine and all that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's true, man. And
you
then,
got it. You got it. I ain't hating on you, player. Do your thing.
right. I know. I would do the same thing if I had the cash. I mean, that's important stuff, though. It's not like you're
Absolutely.
buying stuff that you really don't need, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like stuff for your health. Like, you know, if you're an athlete or
I think
even if you're
just
just hurt, yeah.
I don't even think, me personally, I think if if you have the means to take care of your body, by all means do it.
Of course.
You don't have to be a millionaire. There's plenty of simple things you could do as a regular person. You know, eat right, get some sleep, drink water,
exercise.
Exercise. It doesn't have. You don't have to be doing triathlons. Just go for a walk. It's basic things you can do. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people think that they got to go through this extreme to be a healthy person. It's like, no,
it's not true. Yeah,
basic lifestyle changes. Maybe you shouldn't be, going to sleep at 2 and waking up at 7. Yeah, you can do it, but for how long before your body pushes back? You know?
Right, it takes a toll on you. You know, I mean, it's okay if you have your day off and you kind of want to stay up and do things, but
it's a different story though when you're doing it day after day after day.
Yeah, it takes a toll on your body and your mind. I mean, physically and mentally, man, you get kind of drained.
Sleep is so important to recovery, right? Because it's not just your body repairing; it's also your mind. That's why you have an impaired judgment.
I call it your natural medicine, brother.
Natural medicine, right?
That's like
besides laughter,
the remedy. Yeah, exactly, man.
Besides an apple a day,
laughing, man. Laughter's one of the best things.
I love to laugh, man. I love comedians. I love just cracking jokes.
I know.
Why be serious all the time, man? Life's serious enough. Like let's just joke around a bit.
Life's too short, right?
Life's too short. Let's make the most of what we got.
I guess like people sometimes are up and down, so it's kind of hard to kind of like I guess be happy all the time. But
happiness.
You could damn try, right?
Happiness is cheap, man. You could get a phone call that can ruin your day. You know what I mean?
But, that's true.
You know, for me and my belief, it says we're supposed to have joy, even through the bad. Of course. Joy is like, yes, it's bad right now, but one day it won't be.
Make it through. You know.
Make it through. We'll make it through.
Get through the hard ships. You know.
Yeah. Everybody has them.
Exactly.
Everybody has them.
Just make the best of it and try to move ahead, brother, and just never give up.
Right.
Like never give up in life, and that's it.
Gotta keep moving, dog. That's all it is.
Try to be more positive than negative, you know?
Right. There's a lot of negative people.
No, of course.
But thank God for the positive people too, man. The half glass fulls instead of the half glass empties.
The good vibes, you know?
Good vibes.
You need that energy around sometimes, man, or else you get depleted.
I think we learn off of each other, right? Like
exactly.
We kind of match energies, air quotes. You know what I mean?
Or else, how would you know, right?
Yeah. It can't all be happy, positive all the time. Like there's a balance.
Mm-hmm. You just got to know how to cope and deal with it.
Yeah. In a positive way, it can't just be all drugs and alcohol.
No, of course, man. That's when you start having real problems, you know?
Yeah, dude. It's a slippery slope, man. And if people have natural tendencies, whether it's genetics or,
of course,
you know what I mean? Like, you're at a disadvantage already. That's cool.
It's kind of hard, you know? Like, I guess when you fall into that, I don't want to say category, but like that way of living, brother.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't maybe cope with certain things, so you find another way to cope with your problems, and then becomes more of a problem.
Yeah.
More complicated.
Bigger than you intended. Now that you had your regular problems and you got these problems that you added to it because you're trying to get.
It's like you compound your problems, you know.
Golly. Yeah, dude.
It just piles up on you.
Absolutely.
I think it's all about coping, like in life. I mean, man, I know when my mom passed, and no worries, brother. It's just that it's still rough for me.
I bet.
And it's like it's kind of hard to be around people, man, because they know, but like
it's like
you're bringing the vibes, you're bringing that energy around, and you don't want to, but it's like it's kind of hard to be around people sometimes, brother. When you're in that situation, you try to adjust, you try to be cool. It's just like these thoughts come into your head, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard, man.
And it's hard, you know, if somebody hasn't gone through that experience,
Right.
they don't know, you know. It's like you're in a glass box and I'm on the outside. Like I want to help you, but I can't. Man.
Yeah, you don't know how.
Yeah, you don't know how. That's it.
And I totally understand that. Like I feel like I need to take care of it so I could like not be around people that way because they don't deserve that
Right.
that too, you know? But everyone grieves differently, and man, mine just it's rough, man.
I hear
Like
you.
I never thought that I would be in that situation like that. I mean, my dad passed away when I was young, when I was 14. I took it kind of rough, but I guess like I was taking care of my mom and being with my mom longer, so it kind of like really hit home, you know.
That makes sense.
So I took care of her too a lot. But, you know, it is what it is, brother. Like she told me good things before she passed, but I just can't still put it in my head. I need to just be positive, man.
You know somebody for so long, you have them with you, and then one day they're just not. Like I can't
Exactly.
understand that, you know, until you actually go through it.
Exactly. But I'm a little better, man. I'm doing. You know, I tell myself it's okay not to be okay. You know,
Right.
like I just gotta work around it.
You gotta just keep going.
And just
man.
remember the good stuff. You know.
Right. Life goes on.
Exactly.
Life goes on.
No one is special in the end. We all go to that place. You know.
Everybody experiences it at some point or another, right? That's just the cycle of life.
Definitely. Exactly.
Life and death.
That's it. And then what happens next? No one really knows, but as long as you have faith in your heart, then you could kind of trust your.
A lot of people have a lot of different
belief.
beliefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
About what the afterlife entails or what it is or what it isn't. Nobody really knows.
Right.
That's where, you know, like faith comes in. You know, if you want to believe that you come back, that's all you, brother.
By all means,
I
right?
don't believe that, but all right. You like it, I love it.
Reincarnation, man. You never know, you know?
It's like, why would you want to come back to this world if you know what it entails? You know? Whether you were a good person the rest of your life. Or...
I guess like karma, you know, like your merit and demerit, I guess, counts. But remember in the Bible, it says, you know, you do good, you know, good things shall follow, you know? So who knows, man? You never know.
My only like
look at the resurrection, right? That was kind of like he came back, you know?
Yeah, it said he went for 3 days and he got the keys to Hades, and
there you go, brother.
Death has no sting no more. It has no victory. Death, where is your sting? Death, where is your victory?
That's amazing, man.
Thank God, man.
But you know, everyone has different ways with their beliefs, and I respect it, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I got my own problems, man. If you want to believe whatever you want to believe, right?
Right.
Just,
whatever works for you, you know.
Yeah.
And whatever makes sense to you, you don't have to prove it to anyone as long as it makes sense to you, you know.
I think about it like this: you're willing to bet your life on it. I am.
Right.
Are
that's
you?
Strong. See, you have really strong beliefs, brother, and that's a good thing because a lot of people don't, you know.
Yeah. You gotta believe in something, man, or you fall for anything. You know what I mean? That's my belief.
But that's a good thing, right?
I mean, I think so.
I mean, it
depending
can't be bad.
on what you're believing in. You know what I mean?
Exactly. At least it's good, right? I mean, how can it be bad?
It's good to some people and bad to another, right? Like the Bible says, you're either the aroma of life or the stench of death.
Thank you, brother. Just like in Genesis, what was it? Genesis 10 when they built the tower.
The Tower of Babel.
Yeah, like and it was destroyed, man, because he told them you can't get any higher. You know,
they try to ascend themselves to the place of God. You know?
Exactly, and that was not possible. And you know they didn't listen. So he changed the tongues, right? He made the language
different tongues.
So
nobody could understand what they were saying.
It is what it is, brother. You got to follow. What's been said.
Right.
You know what's been said. I mean, there's a reason for it. You know. So Thank you,
man,
brother.
it's been a pleasure talking with you.
Of course,
Thanks for
brother.
coming through. I appreciate you.
Man, likewise, Johnny.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
Cool,
Thank you, man. Thank you for the good vibes all the time.
Yeah, man. Likewise.